Viewmasters, it's the podcast that we do. Viewmasters, talk about movies that we view. Viewmasters, my friend Eric and me Joe. Viewmasters, hey, let's start the show.
Hey, welcome to the Viewmasters, episode 314. Nope. My name is Joe.
My name is Eric.
Hello, Eric.
Hello, Joe.
Nope.
To what are we noping?
I don't know.
Leslie Nope?
I love Leslie Nope. I've been occasionally watching Parks and Rec reruns in the morning while I work. And that's been pretty entertaining.
That's good. I've never enjoyed that show.
Oh, I can see that.
That and The Office are just two things that I just never got.
That's fair. Yeah. I've seen so much of The Office lately, just having it on TV,
right?
That I might be over it. I'm not sure.
I've been watching 30 Rock lately, and have not been enjoying it.
Oh no!
Which saddens me because I did really used to love that show. I did, however, watch the one yesterday that had the Night Court reunion on it.
Okay.
With all three cast members who then subsequently died.
Oh no! So that's what Harry Anderson, Marky Post, and who was the third one? I don't remember who the third one was.
Charles Robinson.
That's right.
Yeah. Yep. All three of them were the ones in the reunion, and all three of them have died.
That sucks. Have you watched the reboot?
Yeah.
That says it all, folks.
Yeah. I watched a little bit of it. I think last week is when it premiered.
Yeah.
It was actually just before we recorded last week. Was when it came on, and I watched about 20 minutes of it or so. There was a commercial for cranberry juice.
Okay. That
was way funnier than anything that I had seen in the actual show.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Yep. But I don't know, I may give it another try. Because, sometimes shows don't start off great.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah. It was not great. I would give it a nope.
Oh. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yes, nope.
So yes, was it last year? Did this come out? When did this come out? I have no idea.
Over the summer, 2022.
Okay.
July 2022. So it was not a great month for you.
Yeah.
So probably why it probably passed your notice.
Oh, holy shit.
You had other things on your mind.
I sure did. Oh my god. Oh man. Yeah. July 2022, not the best month for me.
Nope.
But a good month for movies.
Sure, I guess.
I don't know what else came out that month. I had other things on my mind.
You did. I think Thor came out. I don't know.
Oh, I think it might have. Yeah.
I enjoyed that movie apparently a lot more than most.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this came out and I gave it a miss as well. But just because I think I had mentioned it last week, my previous experience with Jordan Peele films, I really liked Get Out.
Mm-hmm.
And I really disliked Us.
Okay.
And so that sort of soured me on new Jordan Peele. which I guess is unfair.
Yeah, but I mean, I get it. Sometimes, the first movie out of the gate for somebody is just their best work, and it's kind of all downhill from there. So
Right.
yeah, I don't blame you for making that decision.
Uh, I had this thought while watching this movie that I sort of almost feel like a Christopher Nolan type thing happening with Jordan Peele.
Okay.
In which I really liked, the first couple Christopher Nolan movies that I had seen. And then he blew up and just became the hottest director around.
Yeah.
And basically from that point on, he had no restraint whatsoever.
Sure.
And I feel like he's a guy who needs somebody to tell him nope occasionally.
Yeah, I think my favorite Christopher Nolan movie, I was thinking about this relatively recently, is The Prestige.
Yeah.
Which is based on a book by someone else.
Yeah.
And I think that works really heavily in its favor. That it's, someone else's story that he's just telling.
Right. Yeah, I would say that's probably my favorite as well. And it was... I think that was... Because he had started that pretty much right after Batman Begins, I believe.
Yeah.
Which I think that was still him, sort of being tempered. But then by the time he got to Dark Knight, it was just there was, the chains were off and he was let loose, and everything was just became big and bombastic, and he could do no wrong.
Right.
And I don't think I've enjoyed any of his movies since.
So I should not pick Tenet for my next.
You should not, because I have already seen it and
okay.
I hated it.
Oh no! Okay. Well, I had already
movements.
What's that?
Temporal pincer movements.
I have no idea what that means. I haven't seen Tenet.
Oh, you'll get it eventually.
Okay. Well, yeah, I had previously seen Nope. Maybe a week and a half ago.
Okay.
So still pretty fresh in my mind, but I did go ahead and watch it again. And yeah, I guess my experience with his previous work sort of mirrors yours, though. I think I liked Us maybe more than you did, probably, or I didn't dislike Us, but I definitely thought Get Out was a much better movie.
I think my problem with Us is, and I'll say it for this movie as well. I think he's a really good director. He definitely knows how to tell an intriguing, mysterious type of story. Because I felt a lot through this that I did with Us and even Get Out, where you just spend a good portion of the beginning wondering what the hell is going on. How is this all tying together? And I think the problem with Us is that once the explanation finally came out, it was just well, this is fucking ridiculous. And makes no goddamn sense. Even to the stretches of how far I can stretch my suspension of disbelief. It just, the minute you start thinking about the mechanics of that story, it just completely falls apart for me.
Sure.
I think Nope is a lot more solid. But also, I did spend a hell of a lot of time thinking throughout this movie, what the hell is happening? How is this all working together?
Yeah, I think that works really well in Nope's favor.
Yeah.
There's one sequence in particular that I can think of And it's right after the massacre at Jupiter's Claim.
Mhm.
Where like you see, and we're gonna spoil the fuck out of this movie.
Yep.
I feel like there's no way around it. But you see like the people that have been eaten, sort of making their way through the digestion of the alien creature, and like I didn't know that was what I was seeing the first time, so I'm just like, what the fuck am I looking at right now? Like I have no idea what this is, and I love it.
It reminded me a lot of Guar.
Okay.
Like it just felt like Guar used to have, at least at one point in time, a bit in their stage show where someone would get fed to the cosmic worm or whatever like that.
Oh my god.
They would like throw I don't know if it was an audience member or just like a crew member or whatever, like into this like giant plastic worm, and then it would be digested through the other side. So yeah, it reminded me a lot of that. Oddly, also, it reminded me of there was a sketch on the Comedy Bang Bang TV show where Reggie Watts is still inside of his mother's womb at age like 45 or whatever.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, so it reminded me of that as well.
I really need to rewatch that show.
I guess it's all up on YouTube now.
Okay, all right.
But you know, there'll be a commercial every 2 seconds. So
sure,
you know.
I would buy DVDs if they were available.
The first 3 are available. The first 3 seasons.
Okay, good to
So
know.
yeah, just throwing that out there.
No Cuddy and no Weird Al, I guess.
Say what?
If it's just the first 3 seasons, does that mean there's none of the Kid Cudi or Weird Al seasons?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, make it work.
Yeah. But anywho's, yeah. So, I enjoyed this movie. I think.
Okay.
I you know, and I've said this a lot, and I think it works for this movie too. It could have been shorter.
Okay, sure. Yeah, it is over 2 hours.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the Gordy backstory was ultimately unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean, I really like that stuff.
I did too, but I don't know that it helped anything in the movie, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's sort of a. I mean, ultimately, the movie is sort of about humans trying to exploit animals for entertainment,
Right?
And so you know that sequence with Gordy, the Gordy massacre, sort of like helps drive that home. But yeah, I can see where you're coming from, that it's not completely necessary,
Right.
especially since like halfway through the movie all of those characters are dead.
Right. And it is pretty much the halfway point.
Yeah.
Because I wound up pausing it shortly after there, and it was an hour into the movie with about an hour left. So I don't know. I just feel like since the focus is on the Haywood family and them being horse trainers in Hollywood, maybe something like some sort of traumatic experience involving the horses would have been way more relative to the actual plot of the movie.
Yeah.
But, you know, but then I guess you do lose out on the sort of Jupe backstory, so.
And I just like Steven Yeun. It was nice to see him.
I do too, yeah. You know, he's pretty good in this movie, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah.
Just kind of surface nice guy, but some scumbag underlying his demeanor.
Yeah, I mean he's got trauma for sure.
Well, yeah, sure.
But yeah. Yeah, it's I think I really liked about this movie is that it's relatively small scale.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty much just all on the Haywood Ranch or at Jupiter's Claim, which I don't really understand how far away that is from the ranch, but it's relatively close.
It's yeah. I mean, they could see the theme park, I guess, is what it is.
Yeah.
Like from their house. So
Yeah.
I mean, it does appear to be a pretty big ranch too. So, sort of tucked in between mountains and such.
Yeah, I guess it's all just centered in this specific valley that they're located in. Yeah, and I liked that it wasn't trying to be a bigger story than it was. It's just about this small group of characters,
right? Because it is. And I think early trailers, like the earliest trailers, didn't really show what anything was about at all.
Yeah.
Which I think also sort of kept me off guard of wanting to see this. But then I guess, like Get Out really also didn't have much in the way of revealing what it was actually about.
Yeah.
Which turned out to be a pretty fantastic twist in the end.
Yeah, I don't know how you would in a trailer reveal what Get Out is about, whereas like with this, it's an alien. You could see it.
Yeah. But I think eventually they did start showing more, like it's definitely some sort of flying saucer of some sort.
Yeah.
And I guess that could lead one to believe that it's like an alien invasion movie. It is not.
Yeah, definitely not.
It is, and honestly, not even particularly an alien per se.
That's true. Yeah, it could just be some kind of monster.
Yep. Just like
Metallica.
Yep.
Oh, we're the worst. Jesus. Anyway, can we cut that? No, okay.
Nope.
As soon as I said it, I knew it was where you were going.
That there was evidence of why we are actually friends.
It's true. So yeah, the movie follows the Haywood family, which is Otis Jr. or OJ.
Yep.
And Emerald, his sister. And I guess it picks up 6 months after Otis Sr., who is Keith David.
Yep.
Is killed by miscellaneous flying debris out of the sky.
Yep.
It was a nickel. I had missed that the first time that it was specifically a 5-cent piece.
Oh, wow.
That OJ keeps in a bag.
Yep. It's a shitty way to go.
It's super shitty, but a great scene. I really liked that sequence.
Yeah. A little bit horrified, when they show Keith David's corpse.
Yeah.
With his eye missing. Because he does a pretty good job of, like, hiding exactly what it was that happened.
Yeah.
Like it's implied that, he got hit by the falling debris. But we don't exactly know what. And then the fact that he is still alive for a bit was a complete shock to me as well.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yep. But also, disappointing that Keith David's only in this movie for 5 minutes at most.
I know. I was excited when I saw him.
Yeah.
He gets a couple flashbacks at least.
Yeah. I was also shocked to see Michael Wincott in this movie.
Is he the filmmaker?
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably, like, he's been in a ton of movies, but probably most famous as the main bad guy in The Crow.
Okay. You know, I've never seen The Crow.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Just never seemed like a thing I would be into for some reason.
All right. Well,
maybe I would, and I just don't know what I'm missing.
Maybe it'll be my next pick. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Don't want to put ideas in your head, but okay.
Well, I mean, I'm always struggling for them myself, so
That's true. That's true.
Take them from wherever.
Man, his voice is amazing.
Yep.
Just the way that he speaks, I loved it.
Yeah, that is something that has been a big part of his career, I think. It's just that really gravelly voice. Although, because when we first see him, it's like during the commercial shoot towards the beginning, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think they really lingered on him that much, and like I don't know that he ever actually even spoke.
I think he maybe had one line there.
Yeah. But then later, when Emerald calls him to try to coax him out to photograph the alien, they only showed him from like the back for a while, and I swear to God, I thought it was Lance Henriksen.
I could totally see that.
But then when they showed his face, it was not. But then I was just like, wait, where do I know this guy from?
Is his first name Antlers?
Yes.
Yeah, that's real weird.
Uh-huh.
Like, okay.
Yep.
Whatever, man.
I mean, Stephen Young's character's name is Jupiter, so,
That's true. That is true.
Just weird shit's happening. It's Hollywood people.
That's true. It is Hollywood people. That's a really good point. And then our fourth lead, random guy from Best Buy, who just doesn't leave.
Yes, Angel.
Yeah, he's pretty fun.
Yeah, I liked him a lot. He's definitely a character that could have been really annoying, but
yeah,
he turned out to be quite charming. So yeah, all is forgiven. So Jordan Peele obviously was famous for starting out in comedy, Mad TV, etc.
Right.
And then the big jump to just making horror movies apparently. But I laughed quite a few times during this movie.
It's a funny movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nice to see he still has his comedy chops out there.
I think OJ's reactions to everything are incredible.
Yeah.
Like, he's just generally pretty much just like, nope. Like, yep. That's really it. It's just he's looking at stuff, he's completely straight faced. It's like, no, I'm not dealing with this right now. Like, it was very funny.
I loved the scene in the stable where the three kids are dressed as aliens.
Right. And he's got his phone out.
Yeah.
And then the second one appears and he's immediately like, nope. Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, no, I think the more we're talking about it, the more I'm definitely like reflecting on it more positively.
Yeah.
Like coming out of it, I was just like, yeah, I mean, it was good, but then now I'm fully on board with this movie. I think.
I think. Well, but before I move on, I want to say that stable scene in particular is something that I really liked because it sort of takes what I expected from the movie and completely subverts it.
Oh.
So I really appreciated that. Like, at first I was like, oh, they're gonna just Like, they're just going to show the aliens like this. Is this going to be another Signs situation where we see too much of the aliens and we don't care at the end?
Right.
So I appreciated that was not what it appeared, and the situation was more complicated than that.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, overall, I feel like I noticed more things in the beginning that pay off towards the end on my second watch.
Such as?
Just like, I mean, I feel like everything that is sort of essential to the climax of the movie, the last half hour, is set up within the first 10 minutes. Like the fact that Lucky is skittish, just in general.
Uh-huh.
And so the fact that he, survives and is able to survive until the end. The tube people, whatever they are, that set up with the fans. I don't know what those are called.
Yeah, I don't either.
But yeah, like, we see that they're one of the first things that we see when he's on his way home from the commercial shoot.
Yeah.
And they play a big role. I feel like there's more that I'm not thinking of. But yeah, I feel like it's really tight. And I noticed the tightness more a second time around than I did the first.
Yeah, I think that, like I said, I feel like it could have been shorter, and like some of the Gordy backstory stuff, I still feel like possibly not necessary. But, I do feel like overall the movie is very well plotted out. Not so much that, I notice things like that, but, just the building of the mystery and the reveal of what it actually is. I feel like everything was very well thought out. And again, not to keep harping on Us, but definitely better than that film.
Sure.
Where it just felt like, he had an idea and then just went with it.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it felt like he put more thought and care into like the actual story of it. So.
Yeah, I get that for sure.
Took me a while to get on board with the look of the creature.
Okay.
Mostly,
like giant flying butthole? Is that weird to you?
I mean, you know me, I'm pretty juvenile. But I did not actually think butthole at first.
Okay.
Like the first time that we clearly see it, I thought cowboy hat.
Okay. Oh, wow, yeah. Now that you mention it, totally.
I think one of the first times we see it, it's like it kind of swoops down just over OJ's head, and I thought, it just looks like a big old cowboy hat.
Maybe you just had that on your mind because of the setting and the horses and everything.
It's very possible. And then later on, there's a part where they're attempting to capture it on film. And it sort of ripples a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I thought of portobello mushroom.
Totally get that. Yeah. It does sort of mushroom at that point.
Yeah. And then at the end, it turns into a weird fucking thing.
Yeah, like a butterfly? I don't know what.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still not sure how that works.
Yeah, me neither.
But it's cool.
Yeah, it's a good visual. One part that really bothered me about it, though. Every time we've seen it up to this point, it's like you said, it's kind of like a butthole.
Yeah.
And it's got this round opening at the bottom with which it sucks up and dispels things. But when it sort of unfurls, it's got like a square mouth.
Yeah.
That bothered me a lot.
I get that, yeah.
Just inconsistency in design.
There is a square piece to it that we occasionally see like a POV shot from, but I don't know what that piece was.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Confusing alien anatomy.
Yeah. I did read a little bit of the wiki just before we started this here today. And apparently he took some inspiration from it from Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Okay.
Apparently there are quote unquote angels that are like the villains of that show. And they just look like weird monsters.
Okay, interesting.
So that's what he sort of cribbed the look of that from, especially in its unfurled sort of phase.
Okay.
It this is just me putting expectations on the movie that were not met.
Sure.
But I sort of had a feeling at the beginning that this was not just, a flying saucer or aliens. And I was really hoping it was going to be kind of like a Lovecraftian monster.
Okay.
And I guess it is, in a way. Just that it's sort of an indescribable thing.
Yeah.
But I felt like there was going to be a lot more just sort of tentacles and sort of world doom bringing.
Gotcha.
Instead of just this ranch doom bringing.
Yeah, I don't know that I really had any expectation for what it was going to be, other than the little kids dressed as aliens. So the fact that it wasn't that made me very happy.
I did. I kind of thought it was funny that the entire Jupiter massacre happens and that everybody there dies. I don't know why. I just
thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like, I mean, maybe not all of them deserved it, but it's what you get for trying to exploit a giant alien monster.
Well, yeah. That's the Gordy story. Do you think that was funny too, Eric?
Kind of.
Oh, jeez.
At least right up until Gordy got shot in the face.
Yeah. Oh man. That's the biggest jump scare of the movie, I think.
I feel like this movie is definitely tense at times, but I would never classify this as a horror movie.
Yeah, it's more of a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, and even just a little bit of Western.
Yeah.
And, of course, a love letter to cinema.
Of course. A salute to the theater. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I liked the dynamic between OJ and Emerald. Like I said, Angel was a fun character. I liked Antlers when he came on board and was basically lost his shit at the end.
Yeah. I love that though. Like he has to get the perfect shots.
Yeah, it was great. I felt like that was set up perfectly. From him, initially saying, that there's no such thing as the perfect shot or whatever it is he says.
Yeah.
And then once he shows up at the ranch, just all bets are off the table.
Yeah. The part when he pulls out the hand crank camera, and Emerald and OJ do their hand slap thing. That was awesome. I love that part.
I like a good montage in a movie.
Yeah.
And I felt like the setup for them, like laying the trap for the monster, which we should refer to its proper name, Jean Jacket.
That's true. We should.
Um,
I don't know why we haven't been calling it that all along.
it slipped my mind. I feel bad now. But I love the montage of them getting everything ready. It was really satisfying.
Yeah. It's a well done montage.
Yeah. So I think I'm back on board the Jordan Peele train.
Yay!
I'll definitely check out whatever he's got cooking next.
Are you gonna watch The Twilight Zone?
That already got canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's still out there.
Oh, sure. I did watch like 2 episodes of it, and that was enough for me.
Okay, gotcha.
I watched the Kumail Nanjiani is evil comedian one.
All right.
Which was okay, I guess. Then I watched the Adam Scott listens to a podcast on a plane, and there's no gremlin.
Interesting. Okay.
It's supposed to be sort of a takeoff of the William Shatner / John Lithgow
Yeah.
gremlin on the plane thing.
Yeah.
But it's different, and it sucked.
I haven't watched any of those, so maybe I'll give that one a try.
Okay.
See how that goes.
But I don't know. Like, I do want to see Wendell and Wild, which is the movie he co-wrote with Henry Selick, the Nightmare Before Christmas guy.
Nice. Okay. I hadn't heard of that.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Nobody heard of it.
Aw.
It's a stop-motion animation movie that both Key and Peele are performers in.
Nice.
About demons and such.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah. Which I think is like one of the last. Of course, like they made it like 4 years ago because stop motion takes forever.
Yeah.
But it's like one of the last performances that he's done.
Okay.
But also, why doesn't Jordan Peele put Keegan-Michael Key in any of his movies?
Maybe there'd be too much of an expectation.
I guess.
They're trying to take some time away, maybe.
I feel bad for Key.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he has a lack of work. He's in a ton of things all the time.
I was gonna say, I think he's doing okay.
Yeah, but just throw your buddy a bone, right? I bet he could be a pretty good dramatic actor in a horror movie.
I bet he could.
Yeah?
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, why you gotta rely on Daniel Kaluuya all the time?
I mean, he's great.
He is. I've dug that guy since that episode of Black Mirror that he was in.
Yeah.
He is one to watch, one might say.
Indeed. We have been watching him for several years.
That is true.
I think I love this movie.
I've my opinion of it has definitely grown from when we started to this point now. So I may be on board with you.
Yeah, watch it again.
I will. Nope. It's a yep.
Yep. Wow. Is that our poll quote?
Yep.
Can you please put that on a poster? I know when you release the episodes that you usually do like a clip from the episode along with it. But maybe for this one, just do like a movie poster for Nope with that quote on it.
Okay.
Excellent. Oh shit. What's bringing you some joy this week?
Oh, not a fuck ton much.
Yay!
I think I mentioned last episode I was about to go see M3gan,
Right.
and it snowed.
Yeah.
So I did not get to go see M3gan. And it sucked because I was coming home from work Sunday morning, and it was fine. And then a couple snowflakes here and there on my drive home. And then by the time I got to the main road off of which I live, I could not see a fucking thing.
Oh, jeez.
And then by the time I got to my house, and in like the couple minutes that it took me to get from my car to my door, my car was completely covered.
Oh my god.
So that pretty much nixed all my plans there. Because it's hard to be out in the snow when you're disabled.
It's true. It is.
And so then, rescheduled my plans for Wednesday, which is tomorrow, and it's supposed to snow again.
Right.
So I will most likely not be seeing M3gan anytime soon.
Well, son of a bitch.
Yeah. That's pretty much the only thing I've been looking forward to, and yeah, that's got crapped on.
I'm sorry. That sucks.
It's all right. But hopefully something okay happens with you this past week.
Yeah. I had a follow up with the orthopedist today.
Yeah.
And they said I can walk now.
Hey, congrats!
So that's exciting. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it has been a month.
It has been a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Do you have to do any physical therapy or anything like that?
They haven't said anything about that yet. I'm still wearing the boot.
Okay.
For another month at least.
Okay.
So I still can't drive, which really sucks.
Yeah.
Unless I figure out how to do it with my left foot.
It's not fun. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah. So yeah, but I mean, just being able to, have free hands while I'm walking, I'm pretty excited about that.
I can imagine.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Actually, I do have to imagine.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's
I
okay.
realized as I said it.
It's fine. My girlfriend, who also fucked up her foot, she got told that she could walk on it now. She still has to use at least one crutch.
Okay.
But she is allowed to put weight on the foot. She just, as long as she has the crutch.
Okay.
And also still wearing a boot. But she's also undergoing physical therapy as well. So she's looking at about another 3 weeks or so not doing anything.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I had physical therapy, and nobody knows anything yet. So
It's so annoying.
it really is.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. They keep telling me that. They keep asking me, like, who's your foot doctor? And I'm just like, you're supposed to be finding one for me.
Right? Oh, God.
Everything's great.
Doctors.
Yeah,
They're just like us. They don't know what they're doing.
I was telling a friend of mine who she was having some issues with doctors here and there, and I was just like, the thing I've discovered in the last 4 months or so is that a lot of doctors are just dumb assholes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they're just making it up as they go.
Sometimes, yeah.
Science is not exact.
Nope. They are, as my dad likes to say, practicing.
Right, it's true. That is why they say that. Oh my god. One of these days we're gonna get it.
Wish they'd hurry the fuck up.
Yeah. God.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you're becoming more and more mobile.
One day I'll be a real boy.
I hope to join you there someday.
I almost said one day I'll be a man, but that didn't really. I don't know. Either way works, I guess.
I mean, that seems more far fetched.
That's true.
You know, I say it because it's also true of me.
I'm a couple weeks away from being a 40-year-old boy.
Ooh, it's the big one this year.
I know. I can finally start listening to that podcast. Good night, everybody. Oh, wait, I have to pick a movie.
Yeah, you do.
Well, the movie I have in mind was not one that I had in mind when we started, but we were talking about people's first movies and sort of the groundwork that they lay for their careers, and there is a first movie from a director or pair of directors that I've never seen and that I've had on my list for a little while. You've probably seen it already. But I would like to watch Blood Simple, the first movie from the Coen brothers.
You know what? I have never seen it.
Excellent.
Oddly, I believe on Gutter Trash, we did I believe, Japanese remake of Blood Simple.
Okay.
I can't remember what it was called, but it was A, in Japanese, and B, I don't remember much of it. So
okay.
it'd be like watching a whole new thing. Also, oddly, I do own it on Blu-ray. So.
Nice. I was going to say it's on HBO Max, but it sounds like you got it covered.
Yep. Well, for the listener who wants to follow along, of course. Unless HBO Max just shuts down or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, who knows?
But yeah, I would love to watch Blood Simple.
Awesome.
Cool. Alrighty then. Well, then we will do that next week.
Sounds like a plan.
Good night.
Goodbye. Nope.
Thank you for listening to The Viewmasters. You can subscribe to the show directly at view.guttertrash.net or at iTunes and leave us a review. Visit view.guttertrash.net for email information and links to Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you next time on The Viewmasters.